Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm glad to see some people have survived Black Friday. That's good. That's good. What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Sam Fisher, what's up, man? Jerpan, you lived. Good. Good. I'm glad you lived. Sam, you stayed home and watched Bill and Ted. You're a smart man. You're a very, very smart man. Josh M., who wants a free copy of Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't know. Who wants a free copy? Let's see who else is with me tonight. Halloween Myers Fan 2004. What's up? How are you doing? Thank you, Jerpin. Thank you. DJ Donnelly, how are you? DJ, why haven't you accepted my friend request on Facebook? I don't accept Facebook friend requests on my personal accounts. I hardly ever use my personal account. I use my Pizzal Facebook page 95% of the time. So. So it's good to see that some of you guys survived Black Friday. You know what? Sam, I did exactly what you did, minus watching Bill and Ted. I stayed in. I had a very quiet, very safe night. Actually, did a video, my review of the Candyman Collector's Edition Scream Factory Blu-ray release. I did that review. Going to have that review up tomorrow. And I worked on a hockey mask, which reminds me I need to go. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I will be right back in a second, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to run out, and I was working on a new mask today, too. I painted up a new Part 6 hockey mask today, which you can't really see that under the red lights. But, yeah, I painted up a new Part 6 hockey mask today. Got out there just in time because it started to rain. But I think my clear coat's dried, so it's good. It's good. Mr. Bibby86, what's up, man? How are you doing? Black Friday's catching on there in Australia. Is that right? Oh, man. That is a bad name, considering what happened in... Yes, that's a bad name to call it Black Friday, considering what happened in 1939 there. Yes. Oh, thank you, DJ. Thank you. So did you go out and do any Black Friday shopping, Mr. Bibby? Did you snag any deals or anything? Even shopping online. I mean, I really didn't. See any deals that really kind of blew me away. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. There were some decent deals I noticed on Amazon, but nothing that I really, jumped at. When does Halloween come on Blu-ray? January, sometime in January. I've already pre-ordered the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. This live stream has a very cool atmosphere. Thank you. Decided to make a very chill Black Friday stream. Although it's no longer Black Friday. It's now 12/12 here on the East Coast. Went to Walmart, found absolutely nothing, and walked out, really. Well. Hi, Giblet1618. How are you doing tonight? You grabbed the South Park games on Switch digitally for cheap on the Nintendo eShop. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, the new Halloween's coming out the 28th of December on digital. Okay. Well, I've already got my Best Buy exclusive Steelbook pre-ordered. So looking forward to checking that out. I also heard it's going to have a ton of extras and stuff on it, like a lot of the deleted scenes and stuff that I'm hoping stuff that was cut out of like that original cut of the film that was test screened. Like to see some of that. So now that Black Friday's over, are you guys ready for Christmas? Have you guys got your Christmas shopping all done? Or at least started? I've got my Christmas shopping started. Do not have it done. Not quite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those deleted scenes too, Jerp, for sure. Giblet, you saw the new Suspiria. I did not. The new Suspiria was nowhere near me. It played nowhere near me. No commentary on the Blu-ray, on the Halloween Blu-ray. I wonder if they're going to wait and do some kind of, follow-up special edition with a bunch of, with commentaries and all that jazz on it. I'm ready for some Christmas horror too, Jerp. I love me some Christmas horror. Love me some Christmas horror every year. Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2, Silent Night, Bloody Night, which I might do another watch-along for Silent Night, Bloody Night this year. That was a lot of fun last year, watching Silent Night, Bloody Night with you guys. So I may have to do that again this year. Daddy Derek, you're going to finish the Christmas shopping tomorrow? Hey, you're ahead of the curve, man. You're ahead of me. That's for sure. Yeah, Suspiria just got a limited release, and I'm hoping since it was a Amazon movie that it'll be on Prime here before too long. I know a lot of people really wanted to see that movie, but unfortunately it just, it just didn't get the kind of release that would make that possible for most people to see it, unfortunately. So what's on you guys' Christmas lists this year? Dave86761, how you doing tonight, man? You picked up the Ingmar Bergman Criterion Collection, and it's amazing. Nice. Very nice. You like the watch-alongs, Jerp? I'd intended to do a couple of other watch-alongs, I should say, but I don't know. Just never got around to doing it. But I definitely want to do another Silent Night, Bloody Night watch-along. I think it'd be cool to do a Christmas Evil watch-along too, but depending on where you look, that movie's either royalty, it's either public domain, or it's owned by this company, or it's owned by the director. So I don't know if it's public domain or not, and I definitely don't want to get into any kind of copyright issues, but that would be a good one to do a watch along this holiday season too. You're going to watch the Santa episode of Tales from the Crypt. That's a good episode, Sam. That's a good episode. You need a Myers mask for Christmas? So I tell you what, man, you'll enjoy some unboxings that I've got coming up then. You'll enjoy some unboxings that I've got coming up then, Sam. Because I've decided that I've neglected the other horror heroes. And I've done so much Jason collecting and so much Jason mask collecting that I need to expand a little bit. So, Daddy Derek, vinyl record player with the Lost Boys soundtrack. Hey man, I've got you beat there. I've got the Lost Boys soundtrack. The record, I found it at a used bookstore for like $3 years ago, and it sounds great on vinyl. It sounds great on vinyl, dude. DJ Donnelly, you're getting a watch and an electric shaver. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Blu-ray's not going to die entirely, Mr. Bibby. It will shrink, certainly. But the niche collector, the people who buy, like me, who buy all the Scream Factories and the Arrow releases and, you know, the Vinegar Syndromes and the Severin films and stuff like that, there'll be a market for those kinds of Blu-rays, for sure, for a long time. Hey dude, 607, what would you rate Shrunken Heads? I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I don't know if I've seen that movie at all. I don't know. Yeah, no, Scream Factory's not going anywhere. Scream Factory's making money hand over fist with all these releases. They're not going anywhere. I thought the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday. I did check out some of the Black Friday deals over on Vinegar Syndrome. I'm definitely interested in the Cutting Class Blu-ray. I really want to get that Blu-ray. Let's see. Let's check it out here. They've got like 5 different slipcovers. One of them's sold out, but they've got a bunch more here. They all look really cool, I think. I do like the one with the axe in the dude's head. That one is cool. That one is cool. Let's see. What kind of new extras have we got on here? Region-free Blu-ray DVD combo. Very nice. Newly scanned and restored in 4K. Nice. Uncutting Class, a video interview with lead actress Jill Sholin. Donovan Makes the Cut, a video interview with actor Donovan Leach. Audio interview with director Rospo Pallenberg. Audio interview with cinematographer Avi Karpik. And a commentary track with The Hysteria Continues. Kill comparisons, unrated versus R-rated versions. Original theatrical trailer, reversible cover, artwork. Yeah, that's such a fun movie though. I love that movie, dude. Love it. The stupid TV networks there in Australia are showing Home Alone this weekend. Yes, that should be aired far more till Christmas. But I mean, dude, now that Thanksgiving's over, I mean, everything's going to be Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. So, you hope they have a new Arrow release of The Lost Boys. I mean, I would, there was a pretty good DVD release for the film. Well, DVD and Blu-ray release for the film a few years ago. But yeah, I would always be up for new Lost Boys stuff. That's for sure. Mr. Bibby, you're also getting a shaver and a wallet with a coin compartment. Very nice. Very nice. Mr. Bibby, Scream Factory probably won't ship there because their stuff is Region A locked, a lot of it. And since you live in Australia, Australia is what, region, is that Region C? Is that region, let's see, I'm not sure what region that is. Actually, let's see. What region is Australia? Yeah, looks like you guys are, let's see. No, you guys are Region B. Yep, you guys are Region B. So you guys get good Arrow releases. You guys get Umbrella Entertainment releases, which are pretty good. So you guys have some good releases. Daddy Derek, you remind me that the new Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2 Blu-ray is coming out very, very soon. It's scheduled to come out on the 11th. I was supposed to get it 2 weeks early because I pre-ordered it directly from Scream Factory, but Scream Factory sent an email saying that it's going to be delayed a week. So I should get it a week early instead of 2 weeks early. Got the Blu-ray, got the figure, got the whole 9 yards. So I'm excited. Very, very excited to get my hands on that. Yep, with the NECA figure. Yes. Which, it's not the figure that I wanted. I wanted the Garbage Day, you know what I mean? Ricky in the blue sweater and, you know what I mean? Maybe even like a little garbage can comes with it. It's not the release that we hardcore, Silent Night Deadly Night 2 fans wanted, but, it's still a Ricky Caldwell figure from Silent Night Deadly Night 2, so gotta own it. Gotta own it. So what's going on down in the land down under, Mr. Bibby? What's the weather like down there? Don't I know the guy who plays? You mean Ricky from? You mean Eric Freeman? Yeah, I know Eric Freeman. Yep, I know Eric Freeman. Cool guy, very cool guy. Very cool guy. Got to interview him. I did one of the first interviews with Eric Freeman. Maybe the first interview with Eric Freeman about Silent Night Deadly Night and, his career and all that jazz. And got to meet him a couple of years ago at a convention. Really, really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Rainy and cold in the land down under. 6 days away from summer, though. Okay, jeez. We're about, we're not that far from winter. Was he as cool as Kane Hodder? Well, he didn't try to choke me to death. He didn't try to choke me to death when I met him. So. I don't think Scream Factory is going to be releasing Scream. Let's see. I think Dimension still owns Scream. Which, I mean, honestly, and Dimension's still owned by the Weinsteins. So, I mean, honestly, if Scream Factory threw a bunch of money at them, actually, I heard that Scream Factory just bought a very extensive catalog of B movies from one of the pioneers of B movies. So they are going to be releasing, they're going to have a lot of releases on their hands in the coming years because of this catalog. And some of them I am very, very, very looking forward to. I don't think I can say exactly who just yet, because I was told this in somewhat, well, I really wasn't told this in confidence, but Scream Factory's not announced anything yet, but it'll be, once they get to rolling out these releases, there's going to be a ton of them. So, I mean, that'll take up a lot of their time for the next probably several years. Do you mean the hand holding the torch, or the road flare, Derek? Is that what you're talking about? Because if that's what you're talking about, I have seen that tease for Roy. Oh, also I saw they'd posted one of the Ultimate Jasons that NECA's releasing next year is the remake Jason. But I'm sure we're going to get Part 7 Jason, Part 8 Jason, Jason Goes to Hell Jason, and of course, Roy, Ultimate Figures very soon. So, which will be cool. I'm running out of space for those things because I've got them all from 3 to, let's see, what the Dream Sequence Part 5. So I mean, I'm running out of space for those things, but I don't know. I love them. Not really a fan of Charmed. I was a big fan of Buffy, but not a fan of Charmed. I did see on Amazon today, I wonder if they still got that. They had the whole Buffy collection for like $70, I think. Let me see if they've still got those. Or if they've still got that set. They had the Friday the 13th, the Ultimate Collection. Yeah, they do. It's still on here. $75.98 for the entire Buffy collection. Seasons 1 through 7, the complete series. It's DVD. Let's see what all comes in that set. You get all the Blu-rays. You get the booklet. You get some kind of, not sure what that is. Artwork. What all does come with this? Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Issue 1 comic. And you get some sort of piece of art. Ooh, it ends in 3 minutes, guys. If you're interested in picking up the Buffy the Complete series for $75, it ends in 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Here is the link. Now's the time. They had the Friday the 13th, the Ultimate Collection DVD set on Amazon. They had it listed yesterday for $13, and I guess it wasn't moving, so they listed it today for $10. Which I thought was funny. I wonder if they, let's see if they've still got it listed here. The Universal Classic Monsters, the Essential Collection on Blu-ray, $40. It's not bad. Yeah, it must have ended. Yep, it's ended. Deadpool 1 and 2 2-pack on 4K for $22. That's not bad. Yeah, Universal Classic Monsters. 8 discs. Blu-ray. $39.99. That's not bad. I agree, Mr. Bibby. Every season of Buffy was pretty good. I like Halloween 6, Daddy Derek. Sam, you've never seen Buffy? You should, man. Check it out. Max Punishment, what's up, man? A lot of retailers go by PST, so still 2.5 hours to for Black Friday. There you go. Yeah. Buffy kind of did take the vampire look from Lost Boys, but that's cool. Yeah, it's kind of sucks there's not been a Blu-ray set for Buffy. That's unfortunate. How you doing tonight, Max? Did you catch any deals on Black Friday? Or, well, depending on where you are, it might still be Black Friday. So, are you... did you pick anything up? Did they do a Twilight Zone box set? Yeah, I think so. Outer Space Ace Productions. Don't have a Black Friday where you live. Where do you live, man? Gary Grant, you're a big fan of Angel. I liked Angel. Saw every episode, every season. Still prefer Buffy over Angel, though. You bought a new teeter hang-ups. Don't know what that is. Teeter hang-ups. I'm going to Google search it. Hopefully it's nothing bad. Okay. Okay. So you suffer from back pain? That sucks, man. My back gives me issues every now and again, so not cool. Wow, Max, you've, stocked up, man. Some micro SD cards, 512 gigabyte USB drives. Very nice. 4 terabyte portable drives. Man, you're like Johnny Mnemonic. You got a new Oral-B toothbrush? Cool. Very nice. Yeah, back pain sucks, man. Back pain sucks. Let's see. Sam Fisher, was anyone else pissed when they heard about a Crow remake? Yes, I was pissed, but it's dead. The Crow remake is dead. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And my back gives me problems sometimes too, Max. Goodness. I think it's... Dave's Movie Reviews. What's up, man? You like to take your media collection with you on the road? Well, that makes sense, Max, because you're on the road a lot, man. You're on the road a lot. When I was growing up, I was always big. I was always the big kid. I was always bigger than everybody else, but I was always very active. I was an athletic big guy. I played baseball, basketball, football, and I think a lot of that's catching up with me today. Being big, playing sports, getting injuries here and there. And of course, I mean, I just, I have one of those jobs where you sit behind a desk all day and, for lunch you run out and grab fast food. And yeah, so I mean, that's all not good, man. Not good. Where are you traveling to now, Max? You been to any new conventions or anything lately? Seen any new horror movies lately, Dave? Nothing really new. I watched the new Candyman Blu-ray release from Scream Factory. Actually, recorded my review of it tonight. That should be posted tomorrow. I recently watched Death by Temptation, the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. That was the first time I'd seen that movie, and I really enjoyed it. Other than that, nothing really new. What about you, Dave? You seen any new horror movies lately that are good? Bad Raven, Steven, how you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing well. I did have a very good Thanksgiving. Andrew and I bought a lot of 4K titles from Best Buy. Cool. You got mostly upgrades of Blu-rays that you already have. You went to Walmart and got the Rambo set. Very nice. The 4K Rambo set. That's very cool. Did have a pretty good Thanksgiving. Went to Cracker Barrel with Jeremy. That's become our routine for about the past 10 years. And I mean, he ate everything. As soon as the waitress, like Jeremy is very talkative, but like he didn't even say much to the waitress. As soon as the waitress came and put the plate on the table, he snatched up that piece of ham and just went at it. He cleaned his plate. He ate about half of my piece of ham. He ate about half of a piece of my turkey. He was just scooping up everything and eating it. It was funny. Even like the sweet potato stuff, which I never thought he would touch that. He's scooping that up and eating it. I mean, he, as little as he is, man, he eats. He can eat. He can eat. You paid $3,000 for a gaming laptop 3 months ago, and it only has a 256 gigabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Really? Yeah, you need a much bigger hard drive, dude. Much bigger hard drive. Is there any reason why you have back pains, Max? Hurt your back doing anything? Going to Quebec City this weekend to a jewelry convention. Okay. I have seen Hostel, Dave. I like the first Hostel. I've not seen it in a long time, but I remember liking it. Not so much Hostel 2, though. Mr. Bibby, someday soon we'll have some, well, a lot of states here in the U.S. have got either legalized marijuana for, medicinal marijuana. Some states are legalizing it for recreational use. Kentucky will probably be one of the very last states to do that, if they ever do it. So yeah. Jeremy is upstairs asleep, man. He goes to sleep. He goes to bed at 8 o'clock every night. 8 o'clock every night. He is fast asleep. And he does not stay up long after that. So yeah, you should be able to upgrade those computer components, man. Weightlifting. Hurt your back weightlifting. I see. I see. Okay. Still sounds like you had a pretty good Black Friday there, Steven. Definitely. Spirit Gaming. How are you doing, man? The Acer Predator Helios 500. Oh, sorry, Dove. My bad. Yeah, let me see. Yes, it is Dove. My fault. My fault. Oh my God, I forgot they made a Hostel 3. Goodness. Yes, I forgot they made a Hostel 3, Mr. Bibby. How you doing tonight, Spirit Gaming? Oh my God. Marijuana is legal in Australia if you have 6 months to live, and it costs $1,800 a month. Good God. Jeez. You missed my Black Friday vids, Max. Really enjoyed you describing the sights and especially the smells of the holiday and using your cart body as weapons against those who would stand in the way of deals. Oh gosh, I just had to give it up, man. I had to give it up. I got too old for it. It was kind of fun the first couple of years, and then like the last year or two that I did it, is just like I was buying stuff just to buy stuff that I didn't really even watch afterwards. And I mean, I think I was doing it just more or less for the, I don't know, is like a, I don't know. But I mean, those vids are fun. I went back and watched one not long ago, and I was like, yep, I remember that night. I remember that. I remember. Brought back a lot of memories. How would I rank the Hostel movies? Well, I've only seen the first two. So, I mean, the first one I liked, well, that would be number one. The second one I did like, that would be number two. And I've not seen the third one. I have seen Demons, Gary. I've seen all the Demons movies. You watched it for the first time and you felt the first half was very promising. Then you were disappointed. I like Demons a lot. The first one's really good. The second one's a lot of fun too. And then they just get really silly. Jamman Chronicles, what's up? How you doing tonight, man? If you had to be trapped on a remote island with any celebrity, who would it be and why? That is a good question. Oh, man, if I had to be trapped on a remote island with any celebrity. I could get in trouble if I didn't answer this correctly. Let me think about that, Jan, man. You tell me. You tell me what celebrity you'd like to be trapped with on a remote island and why. Candyman is very good, Dove. Candyman is very good. It's a horror movie. Yep, it's a horror movie. It's very good. You went to the gym, Derek, and watched all of the Silent Night, Deadly Night films while you worked out? Jeez. Oh, well, Ohio just legalized medicinal marijuana, but it's not up and running yet. 21 conditions qualify. Not sure what they are. Mr. Bibby, on the plus side, they don't throw you in prison like they do in the U.S. Upsides of having taxpayer-funded prisons and not-for-profits, LOL. That's true. That's true, Max. They've changed Black Friday to it begins at like 5 p.m. on Thursday, and really, I mean, you can get the same deals online, it seems, as you can get in store. So, and that has kind of taken the air out. It really has, yeah. It's kind of taken the mystique out of Black Friday. Oh, did anybody watch the Joe Bob Briggs Thanksgiving marathon? I totally missed it. I missed every bit of it. Daddy Derek, you'd be trapped with Arnold. He never dies. Giblet, Nick Cage from Vampire's Kiss. I don't know if I want to Scream 5 and 6 or not, really. It seems like that's another one where just as the series went on, it just kind of got worse and worse. The first movie is so good. The second one is, okay. The third one, not a fan of. And Scream 4, I was really not a fan of. Do I consider Texas Chainsaw Massacre a slasher? Yeah, I do. I consider it the first contemporary slasher movie. I think it is the slasher movie that that created the archetype that all slasher movies have followed since then. Leatherface 2017 is, it's a little bogus, Sam. It's definitely was not great. Daddy Derek, you watched the Joe Bob marathon? It was awesome. I missed it. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. I know he played Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Blood Rage. So that's cool. Not sure what else he played, but I know he played those two. So that's cool. The Bose SoundLink Micro. What is the Bose SoundLink Micro? Let me check that out. Oh, it's like a Bluetooth speaker? Okay. It's waterproof. Oh, wait a minute. It's not $30 on Amazon now. It's $69. Joe Bob's coming back for a Christmas marathon. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm sure he'll be playing Black Christmas, Not Deadly Night 1 and 2, Christmas Evil, Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. The classics. The classics. Hey, RMJ, what's up, man? What's going on, Monty? Hope you're doing well, man. Missed you on the last episode of The Sausage Factory. You just watched Leatherface the other day, and it was sick and gross. But I was thinking, why? Yep. Completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. I'm not a big fan of TCM The Beginning either. I only saw it once. I saw it in the theater, and that was it. Oh, okay, it was $30 off, Max. Okay. Cool. Gary, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. The first time I saw it, which I saw it in the theater when it first came out, I thought it was okay as remakes go. I think I did one of the very few semi-positive reviews for that movie, which I really liked Rooney Mara. I thought there were some interesting moments in the film. You could definitely tell that there were, reshoots and stuff like that. And yeah, I've not seen it in its entirety since then, but I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there. And, yeah, not a fan. Oh, really? That's pretty cool, Max. Get a few of them, put them together, and create a surround sound experience. Cool. What's my favorite Texas Chainsaw quote? That one's a good one. Come on, Franklin. It's going to be a fun trip with Franklin, just anything Franklin says in the movie. Sally, wait. Sally. Of course, the hitchhiker has some great lines. The cook has some. I love the "Look what your brother did to the door." That's a great line. So many great lines in that movie. Let's see, Jan Man. You'd want to be stranded on a remote island with Gina Carano. It would be hard for you to endure. Gina Carano. Let's see, who is Gina Carano? Ah, okay. Yeah, she was in Deadpool. Yeah. She might, she was a UFC fighter too? Jeez. She was also on American Gladiators? Yeah, I wouldn't mess with her, man. Yeah. All right, Giblet, have a good night. Take care. I agree with you, Max. Scream 4 just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth overall. It just, I don't know. Did not like that movie at all. Dove. You'll have to send me the link and I'll check it out, Dove. Send me the link and I'll check out your short film. Your mother was sad you didn't make the last show, Monty. Oh, hey, it's it's glad that it's cool that she's a fan. But we'll return next month, so you'll have to jump back on next month. Bad Raven, do you think a new Friday the 13th remake will really happen, and will they get a decent script? I don't think it'll be a remake. I think we're beyond remakes. I think if we get a new Friday the 13th or a new Nightmare on Elm Street or Texas Chainsaw or what have you, they'll follow in the same vein as the new Halloween. They'll either try to be a direct sequel to the original, or they'll just be a story that just picks up at some point. No backstory, no, you know what I mean, origin story, just which I think would be perfect. If they just did a Friday the 13th that just picked up at some point, you know what I mean? We don't need an origin story. We don't need, we just need Jason in the woods with people to kill. You know what I mean? We just need Freddy invading people's dreams to kill them. We just need Leatherface, having some hippies. Or in this case, it'd be like millennials. Some millennials trespassing on Leatherface's property. How awesome would that be? God, that would be so good. Oh my God. Some millennial, like SJW types. You know what I mean? Maybe they're on their way to some sort of, protest rally. And they get lost. They find themselves at the Sawyer's. I'm writing this movie right now. I'm gonna have to copyright this story. That should be the next Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh my God, that'd be so good. That would be so good. You still want them to make Friday 3D? If I become a famous YouTuber with millions of subscribers, will I move out of Kentucky and move to a bigger house in a different state? No. Nope. In the off chance that does happen, I'll stay right where I am. You just caught up with some Freddy's Nightmares episodes, Monty. Yeah. Need to go back and check some of those out. I think a lot of them are on YouTube. Need to go back and revisit some of those. Vinegar Syndrome sold out of the... Oh, they sold out of the Mausoleum release before you could get it. Oof. That's too bad, Jamie. How you doing tonight otherwise, Jamie? Were you able to catch any other Black Friday deals? Yes, Gary. I do believe that the direct sequels will be, will be the new trend. All right, Dove. I'll check it out, man. You know what? Let's check out that new. Let's check out that new Leprechaun trailer right now, guys. I was requested to check it out and do like a trailer reaction video, but let's do that right now. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, here we go. We'll wait for the ad to finish. All right, let's check it out here. I'm not expecting great things, but here we go.
You must be one of the girls. Fixing up the old house way out there from campus.
You know about that?
Small town.
My mom used to live here.
She didn't tell you anything about the place where you're going?
No. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything. We made sure of it.
You guys really going off grid?
By the end of summer, we'll have moved all our electricity to solar and all our water to the well.
There's no internet?
No internet and no cell service either.
Hello?
Oh my God.
I've got a lot of killing to make up for.
This can't be real.
Do I look like a figment of imagination to you? I want me gold.
Here's the thing my mom always said was real.
Her and her friends threw me down the well to rot.
There is a deranged dwarf obsessed with money in the kitchen.
It's a leprechaun.
Oh my God! Hold on.
He
Hold
would
on.
murder
Hold on.
anyone.
There's a deranged dwarf obsessed with money in the kitchen. That's good dialogue. That is good dialogue.
For his gold.
Why you look so sore? Audiences love lots of gore.
I spent last summer stopping poachers from killing sea turtles in Costa Rica. I can handle a bunch of pocket-sized pixies.
Oh God. Oh man. Oh man. You know what? It could be. I don't know. Oh God. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Hey, PlayStation 9, what's up, man? You just missed me do my reaction to the new Leprechaun trailer. And I'm just speechless, man. I did laugh when I saw that the dude from the first movie is back. Man, jeez, oh Pete. But how you doing tonight, PlayStation 9? Did you catch any Black Friday deals? I did not pick up the new Studio Canal Fog and They Live releases. Ken, I would have liked to, which I think they're still available. I think they both look absolutely fantastic. They both look like great releases. I'm planning on doing a new Man Cave tour shortly after I hit 25,000 subscribers, which I'm kind of close to that now. So, won't be too long. Won't be too long. Mr. Bibby86, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. That was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. It was very generous of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Happy Halloween, Michael. But yes, thank you, Mr. Bibby. Very much appreciated, sir. PlayStation 9, you got yourself the new Spyro remake trilogy on PS4. Okay. Oh, you got that a few days ago. Okay. Not familiar with Spyro. What is Spyro? Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. It's the dragon, the purple dragon game. No, not going to do that tonight, Dove. Not going to do that tonight, Dove. I'll check it out, though. I'll check out your short movie. Do you think the original Myers masks used in 1 and 2 are with the Deborah Hill estate? No one seems to know where they are. Well, I know that Deborah Hill kept the first mask. After they finished the first movie, she kept the first mask. She supposedly kept it in a box under her bed until they made part 2. And she fished it out and gave it to Dick Warlock. And then from there, I don't know. Don't know what happened to it. I thought Dick Warlock maybe had it. Excuse me, guys. I had to sneeze there. But yeah, I thought Dick Warlock had it, maybe. Top 3 most anticipated theatrical movies right now, Piz. Ooh. Good question. I don't know. Let's see. I guess I would have to throw the new Godzilla in there. I'm really not even that sure what's coming out. I'm gonna go watch the new Aquaman when it comes out because Jeremy wants to see it. So, I guess I'm you know, it's a James Wan movie. I mean, I guess it depends on you know, how much meddling, you know, the DC wing of Warner Brothers did to it, but I'm hoping it's good. But yeah, I would say I'd say the new Godzilla. I'm looking forward to that. And really, I mean, let me check and see. I'm not that. I don't really know what else is coming out anytime soon. Glass. I might go see Glass. Thought the trailer for that looked pretty good. Well, the new Joker movie. I kind of want to see that. I'm not sure when that comes out, though. I want to see that. I don't know, man. What are yours? What are your most three movies you're looking forward to the most? Is Bill and Ted 3 happening? I don't know, man. I know there's a screenplay, and I think they Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves signed on for both, or they both signed on for it, but I've not heard anything. I don't know if they're filming that. I don't know. Let's look it up here. Bill and Ted 3. It's supposedly happening. Let's see. Let's check IMDb here. It just says pre-production. Last updated May 8th of this year. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it may still be, I mean, that mask probably by now is just nothing more than little strips of, latex. I mean, there's that. Yeah, that mask is probably nothing now. It's disintegrated into nothing. The Michael Myers mask looks like Mitch McConnell at the moment. Google image search it. In 2003, Dick Warlock sold it to a haunted house owner. It's on the market right now. Is it a couple Couple $1,000, really? That's interesting. Ken, that's an interesting question. Piz, you know about the connection between Black Christmas and Halloween. How much truth do you think there is to that? I'm assuming what you mean is that, well, Bob Clark had said that he met John Carpenter, a pre-Halloween John Carpenter, and that John Carpenter was going to write a screenplay that he was going to direct. And Carpenter asked him, if you ever did a Black Christmas 2, what would it be? What would happen? And Bob Clark said, well, I don't want to do a Black Christmas 2, but if I did, it would be Billy's been captured. He's in an institution. He escapes, and he starts to stalk some new girls, and it happens on Halloween night. That was Bob Clark's story. I've never heard. Well, actually, you know what? I think on a Dead Pit interview with John Carpenter, they asked him specifically about that, and he said he didn't remember. So I don't know. Thought that was interesting, though. As I recall, John Carpenter was like, I don't remember having that conversation with Bob Clark. I think he, I don't know, I'd have to go back and listen to the interview again, but I know he was like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. What's up, Matt? McMindscape. Hope you're doing well tonight. What's my top 3 underrated 80s horror movies? Jeez, oh Pete. Well, I mean, I would, Blood Rage would be somewhere on that list, since we just had Thanksgiving, one of the few Thanksgiving horror movies, and a really, really freaking good slasher movie. If you've not seen that movie, by all means, go watch that movie. Gosh, what's another one? Underrated 80s horror movies. Man. You've put me on the spot. I'll give that's my top one, man. If you've not seen Blood Rage, go watch Blood Rage. If there was a person that was new to the horror genre, what horror movie do you think will bring them over to the horror genre? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I usually say to people who are getting into horror that they need to go back and watch, Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. That's like the Mount Rushmore of horror. But I mean, it's interesting. I don't know, a lot of audiences today would probably watch the first Halloween and be like, it's boring. Or the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre and go, it's boring. You know what I mean? Or they, you'd set somebody down in front of Friday the 13th and they go, wait a minute, where's Jason? Where's Jason? Why is Jason not in this? And then when the big reveal happens, they'd probably be pissed that it's not Jason. So I don't know. Modern audiences, I don't know. Have I, Sam Crow, I've actually seen Death Kiss. I've actually seen Death Kiss, and I need to do a review of Death Kiss. And that dude looks just like Charles Bronson. He looks like Charles Bronson circa the original Death Wish. But yeah, I really enjoyed Death Kiss. I will do a review of it in the very near future. Nightlife from 1989. It's a good underrated zombie flick. Okay. I have to add that to my list. Top 3 creature feature recommendations. That's a good one. I would go with, well, for some reason, the Blob remake jumped immediately to mind. It's not really a creature. I guess you could call that Blob a creature. That's also another great underrated 80s horror movie, by the way. If you've not seen the Blob remake, go watch the Blob remake. That is a freaking awesome movie. That is a freaking awesome movie. I guess you could maybe classify it as a creature feature. Either way, just go watch the Blob remake from '88. Great freaking movie. And very underrated movie, too. Carpenter denies everything that Clark said. But you know what's funny, though? Like, Carpenter is somebody who, like, he's the kind of guy that just, like, he doesn't seem to care. You know what I mean? He's, like, totally unfiltered with his thoughts and feelings. I almost think that if that happened, he would just be like, yeah, it happened. I asked him that, and he said that's what would happen in Black Christmas 2. You know? I don't know. I kind of don't see Carpenter denying that. But at the same time, I don't think, you know, Bob Clark would have lied about that. I don't know. I mean, you know, John Carpenter smoked a lot of pot since then. And it's probably, you know, fogged over quite a bit of his memory from that time. So, Ludwig H. Riedelbauer, thank you for subscribing. Ticks from 1993 DJ. Yes, that's a fun movie. That's a fun movie, man. I love that movie. I love the original Children of the Corn too, Jerp, for sure. Halloween 4, I love Halloween 4, yes. How would I make Titanic a horror film? Jeez. Man. That's a good question, DJ. You could make it like there's some sort of zombie outbreak and make it like Train to Busan on Titanic, or you could have like, you know, some sort of strange creatures, talking about creature features that have hidden out aboard the ship and they're killing everybody, and they're the reason why why it really sank. It really didn't hit an iceberg. They just, they just created that. That's just a made up, everybody on the ship was actually killed by these creatures. I've seen the first Anaconda, Gary. It's a fun movie. Not seen the second one, but it's a fun movie. Yes, Matt, I have seen that. The Cropsey documentary. Very good documentary. Very good documentary. Yeah, I like the Tremors movies. I don't really remember any of the sequels, but I like the first Tremor, and that movie was constantly on television growing up. Constantly on television growing up. It's a fun movie. Have I seen the Photos trailer for Jason Rising? No, don't think so, John. What are you talking about, Mr. Bibby? Or I'm sorry, Jerp, you had them on before. It scared the crap out of you. What was that? Oh, you mean the Tremors movies? If John Carpenter directed H2O, I'm sure it would have been a better movie for sure. I think it's, I mean, really, I don't know. H2O to me is just kind of watered down and bland. I mean, a better script would have been great. I don't think Steve Miner did a bad job directing the movie. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, just kind of poorly written. It's just really watered down. Just bland. Sam Crow, have I seen American Gothic? Oh, gosh. Yeah, 100 years ago. Long time ago. Oh, what are my all-time favorite games? PlayStation 9. Tecmo Super Bowl. Mortal Kombat 2. Super Mario World. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And probably Left 4 Dead. Daddy Derek. I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons of American Horror Story, and I just kind of tuned out. I've not seen any since. I mean, I hear the series is really good. I mean, clearly it's been going for a long time, but yeah, I've just not tuned in. Jan-Man the Greasy Strangler, it's very, very unique. I would certainly classify it. That to me is a true horror movie, because that film, just thinking about that movie gives me the creeps. Oh my God, the Greasy Strangler. Jeez, oh Pete. Oh, you had ticks on you, Jerp. Okay, I hate ticks too. I hate ticks. I hate the thought of ticks. I do not like ticks. I do not want to be near ticks. You don't want ticks. Not a fan of ticks. But yeah, the Greasy Strangler. I think I watched that movie the first time, and I actually watched it a second time because I just had to find some way to, I don't know, like try to understand it, try to wrap my mind around it, what I was seeing. Just whoa. Whew. That's a true horror film. Matt, yeah, I did like Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I recall thinking it was pretty good. You want to see a Halloween movie where Michael goes after John and his family? Not going to happen, man, unless it's like a fan film. That storyline doesn't exist in the new timeline. Yeah, I've heard Freak Show is a really good season of American Horror Story. Need to go back and check some of those seasons out for sure. You think Black Ops 1 is the best out of the Call of Duties? I was not a huge fan of Black Ops 1. I actually liked Black Ops 2 better. I think Black Ops 2 might be, of all the Call of Duty games, that might actually be the best Call of Duty game in my opinion. I also really liked Black Ops 3. This new one, Black Ops 4, yeah, I don't, jeez. I don't know. The new Call of Duty games, they're made for, microtransactions and for that kind of crap. The actual quality of the game is way down the line. It's all about COD points and supply drops and, you know what I mean, that kind of crap, and I hate that. The Last Exorcism is one of the only movies that scares the crap out of you. The Wood Chipper Massacre or Video Violence. Video Violence is actually, I think, a solid, I think is a really solid movie. And Wood Chipper Massacre is just fun because it's Wood Chipper Massacre. You think you could ever get Eric Freeman on the Sausage Factory? Would be wild to get him on the show for a commentary of SNDN 2. Well, Sam Crow, that, you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, that new Blu-ray comes out here pretty soon. I don't know. John Richard, what's up, man? Did you buy any horror stuff today? No, I did not. I didn't. No, nothing really sparked my, interest. There were some good deals on stuff here and there, but nothing that I couldn't, live without. What about you? Did you pick up any good horror stuff today, John? Mike D, if you had to go to a camp as a kid, Camp Crystal Lake or Camp Arawak? Man, it's a good question. I mean, I'd have to go to Camp Crystal Lake, of course, but Camp Arawak, I mean, come on. That would be my second choice, for sure. You really love running and gunning with the Spaz 12 in what, Black Ops 1? Did you ever play Modern Warfare 2? That Spaz 12 in Modern Warfare 2 was a beast, and it had range on it for days. For days. That game was so much fun. It was so overpowered, and everything was so overpowered and so imbalanced on that game that it was just fun. Total fun. I loved that game. No, John, you didn't pick up any good horror stuff either. Nothing out there, spark your interest. The best slasher movie ever was Troma's Terror Firmer. That's one of the few Troma movies that I like, Matt. I do like Terror Firmer. Used to have a really nice DVD release of that, actually. I don't know whatever happened to it. Mike D, P.S. grow your hair out again. Sometimes I think about it, man. Sometimes I think about it. You beautiful light. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Sometimes I think about growing it out again, but it's that period between where, my hair is just kind of a mess that I can't stand. But yeah, sometimes I think, and my girlfriend would like me to grow it out again too. But I don't know. Modern Warfare 2 was definitely the best COD. I agree, Jerp. I agree. Thoughts on Intruder? It's probably my favorite slasher movie. Dan Hicks is amazing in it. I'm just crazy about this story. I love Intruder too. Great flick. Really fun slasher movie. The packaging for the new Halloween Blu-ray. The Steelbook, I think, looks cool, but the font that they used for the title looked kind of, you know. But I agree, an orange Blu-ray case would have been very cool for the new Halloween release. I don't know why that didn't cross their mind. Will I grow an afro? No, it'll just be a mess, DJ, until it gets to that point where it kind of grows out enough that it, you know, starts to lay down and or starts to kind of, you know, lay flat. So I don't know. I've not seen Cannibal the Musical. You once had some blonde highlights and blonde in your goatee. That was for my Scott Steiner Halloween. I went totally blonde, had blonde hair, and I did the blonde strip in my goatee. And that was fun. That was fun. I gotta say though, when the woman was dyeing my goatee, or no, how was it? It was a blonde goatee with a regular, just, you know, like black stripe in it. When she was dyeing my goatee, the smell of that dye was going up in my nose. I think it gave me brain damage. It was not fun. It was not fun. But yeah, the Scott Steiner look, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. I actually saw a picture of myself with that look the other day, and I was like, don't know if I could pull that off now. Well, keep in mind, I work a very kind of, button down kind of job. So showing up with that look, although most people would be like, yep, that's him. He's pretty crazy. We expect that out of him. So you're going to swap out Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for the new Halloween in your box set. I'd swap out the remake. I'd keep H2. I'd swap out the remake. If you shaved your head, I used to do the buzz cut back in like high school and college, and actually, and I did a pretty short buzz cut a few years ago when I did Bane for Halloween. Not fully shaved, but pretty close. I did see Freddy vs. Jason in theater, Derek. That was the only movie that I've ever been turned away from at the theater because it was sold out. But then when I did finally go and see it, it was still jam-packed. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that movie overall. Are the people I work with aware of my love of horror? Most of them are. Yep. They just, you know, they just know I'm the horror guy, that I like that weird stuff. I also used to play a lot of pranks around the office and stuff, which I don't really do that anymore, but you know, fart spray and, you know, rubber snakes under people's desks and, you know, prank phone calls and that sort of thing. So don't do that anymore though. I've not seen Chained with Vincent D'Onofrio, Sam Crow. All right, PlayStation 9, have a good one, man. Maximilian Max, hello. You shaved your head, but you have hot dogs in the back of your head, so you had to wear a hat. Well, the back of my head is pretty flat. I've got a weird, like, the back of my head is flat. Pretty flat. So Yeah. Yes, DG. I still do that, but I wear many hats. Put it that way. I wear many hats. I've not seen God Bless America, or I don't feel at home in this world anymore. Sure haven't. Got any cool hats? I've got a hat from Camp Novi Bosco, which is the shooting location of the original Friday the 13th I bought when I went to visit the camp. Back in April, I bought a cap from there. That's one of my favorite caps. I've got a taco. I've got a cap with a taco on it that I love. I love that cap. And I love tacos. That's about it, really. Have you seen the new Christmas movie with Kurt Russell? No, I saw a picture of Kurt Russell in a Santa suit. Like somebody had posted a picture of Kurt Russell in a Santa suit, and I was like, that's odd. What's Kurt Russell doing in a Santa suit? I had no idea he's making a movie. He's playing Santa Claus. All right, Sam, have a good night, man. Is there a trailer for the Kurt Russell Santa Claus movie? Kurt Russell Santa Claus movie. Yes. Well, wait a minute. Oh, it's a Netflix movie. The Christmas Chronicles. Oh my God. That is Kurt Russell in a Santa suit, all right. Let's see, is there a trailer? Here we go. Here's the trailer. Let's check it out. We'll wait until after the ad concludes.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good.
Stop. Kids aren't stupid. They know how it works.
Sorry, Santa.
Hot Cupid! Hot Comet!
Teddy, check it out.
Give me the camera. It's Santa Claus.
Live and in person. One night only.
You don't look like Santa Claus.
Well, billboards add 80 pounds. Christmas is in trouble.
Imagine if we all worked together.
I have seen a lot of strange things, but this...
Wait till you see what happens next. If you ever meet Mrs. Claus, maybe just skip this part.
Papa's got a brand new bed.
Hey! You all want to go on the naughty list? All right. Let's get back to work.
Oh my God. Oh, it's already on Netflix. November 22nd. Yeah, it's already on Netflix. I'm going to have to watch it now. Jeez, a Pete. Escape from the North Pole. Big Trouble in Little North. I'm reading the comment section here. Santa versus the Thing. Steak Plissken as Santa Claus. Oh man, I'll watch it because it's Kurt Russell. I have seen all of the Silent Night Deadly Night movies, Daddy Derek. The fifth one is The Toy Maker. I actually like it. Let's see. Part 3 is just a mess with Bill Moseley as Ricky Caldwell walking around the movie with like a cereal bowl on his head. And then the fourth one is like completely its own weird, like body horror craziness, with Clint Howard playing Ricky Caldwell. But the fifth one I recall not being too bad. And actually the fifth one's actually directed by the guy who's like Quentin Tarantino's cinematographer now. Mystic Maine, how you doing tonight? What are my thoughts on Argento's opera? I love it. Really like it. That was actually the first Argento movie that I saw. Way back in the day. Had no idea what I was getting into, and I was pretty blown away. What's the rarest horror item in my collection? I don't know. I mean, I've got some out-of-print DVDs and Blu-rays back there that go for a pretty penny online. I've got a Frankenstein figure that I bought at like a used bookstore for a few bucks that I found out is worth quite a bit more. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's it. If I could be any director, alive or dead, who would it be and why? Good question, good question, Mike. Any director, alive or dead? I don't know, man. Well, I guess it would be John Carpenter, and I would want to do one more, great horror movie. I'd want to do one last great horror movie. Or I would be Michael Mann, and I would want to do another really great crime thriller. Yeah, Netflix is going to be going more and more toward exclusive content because all of these streaming services, they're all going for their own exclusive content. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, of course, Disney's going to have its own streaming service coming out very soon. So, I mean, they're all going to be about exclusive content. And I think less with, what I mean? They're going to want to stream their own content instead of streaming others' content, put it that way. Oh, Sam Crow, I saw The Nun the other night too. Oh my God. Horrible movie. Horrible movie. I actually watched it with my girlfriend. My girlfriend is terrified of any movie that has to do with demons or possession or anything. She watched the whole thing, like one jump scare got her, and that was it. And she was just like, that was dumb. And I was like, yeah, that was really dumb. So for that movie not to scare her at all, that's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. Never played Super Smash Bros. Jan Man Piz, how afraid are you of overt PC messages and agendas infiltrating movies or even potentially horror movies? Well, one of the good things about horror movies is one of the good things about really good horror movies is that they're not PC just by nature, I think. But I mean, that's something that's definitely something that we're seeing more and more and more. I don't know. I don't want to go into any kind of rant here or anything, but yeah, that's something that's definitely concerning, because I mean, the last thing we need are PC horror movies. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that is something that I'm concerned about. And we're seeing that more and more with a lot of mainstream movies. And I mean, I don't know. Movies, they have to be sensitive to everyone and to everything, and we can't offend anyone. So, I don't know. Me and you are like the only super fans of Friday the 13th Part 5. I don't know, Derek, there's a lot of fans. That movie's gotten a lot of, you know what I mean? It seems like these past few years, a lot of people have come out as fans of Friday the 13th Part 5. And clearly, because, I mean, we're seeing all this Friday the 13th Part 5, merchandise as of late. So it's definitely picked up a lot of fans here lately. Hope John Carpenter isn't sick. During interviews for Halloween 2018, he looked like he had the start of Parkinson's disease, the way he was moving and fiddling with his hands. I certainly hope there's no issues there with Mr. Carpenter. That's a good, I actually heard that, I don't remember if it's the next gen Xbox or the next gen PlayStation. The rumors are that they're not going to have disc drives. So if a gaming console is not going to have a disc drive, then pretty much that means it's going to be streaming. Or not streaming necessarily, but like, you have to, no physical release. You buy the game, you download it directly from, wherever. And, some of the consoles, yeah, I mean, they do have different streaming, where you can stream a game as opposed to outright buying it. You didn't miss anything, Sam Crow. The Nun was just horrible. I watched it just a couple of days ago. I don't hardly remember a thing about it other than it was bad. It was very bad. Matt, I'm not, into remakes, but they could actually make a really interesting updated They Live. I don't, it would have to be super indie though, because they could make some really interesting statements about, like you said, modern times, in an updated They Live. That's for sure. Well, that's just the rumor, Jerp. I'm not 100% sure about that. I have heard that the new gaming consoles are going to be coming out in 2020. So, I mean, we'll find out very soon. That's a very interesting question, Jan Man. There have been a few high-profile movie makers / companies calling fans names for being critical or upset over certain sequels or reboots. What do you think of this trend? I think it's anytime you are calling your fans, your target audience names, that's not good. That's not good. I remember, this isn't movie related, but one of the developers for like the new Battlefield video game, because fans, you know, they wanted to make it very inclusive and have like, you know, female character. It's a World War II game, but they wanted to have, you know, female soldiers on the front lines and female soldiers fighting for, you know what I mean, the German side, and, you know, female soldiers of color fighting for the German side, which of course makes absolutely no sense. And basically the developer, I think the head developer of the game was like, well, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. And I think most of the fans of that series were like, okay, we're not going to buy it. And they're probably wishing that they hadn't said that, because, I mean, when you go after your target audience because they're critical of something, you know, you're supposed to listen to your target audience and what the target audience wants and be mindful of what the target audience expects. But when you start calling them names because they're somewhat critical, I mean, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. So that's a trend that is probably not going to continue. I can't imagine, you know, I mean, you know, studios and stuff have got to be telling these people to shut up, you know. But yeah, you don't attack your target audience. I'm gonna slip by. Well, I got to warm my hand by the fireplace. It's, you know, a little chilly tonight, so warm my hand by the fireplace. Just don't get too close. Oof, get too close to it. So, I have seen Searching with John Cho. Sam Crow actually did a review of it a ways back. It was fantastic. One of my favorite movies of this year. Let me see if I can find my review. It's interesting, though, that review, like, I've had a lot of people ask me about that movie, and I'm like, well, I did a review of it. And they're like, you did? I didn't see it. So, I mean, it got like, yeah, my review of Searching only got 216 views. I'm not sure what happened there. My review of the movie flew under the radar, just like the movie itself did, but I loved it. Here's my review of Searching. Go check it out. Definitely one of the best movies I saw this year. No doubt about it. Yeah, the people, yes, the guys, those people who were making that new Diablo game, I mean, they had to know that putting that thing on mobile only, I mean, come on. How many, that was a horrible decision. That was a horrible decision. They should have known better. And of course, your fan base is going to come out and like, and say, what are you thinking, man? You know what I mean? So for them to, yeah, just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Ever seen the Meet the Amazing Team series? Nope. It's a fan-made animation of Team Fortress 2. Not seen that. PlayStation 9. You and Christian Hannah should do a live chat together. We did a live chat together some time ago, Matt. And Christian's actually been on a couple episodes of The Sausage Factory this season. So you should definitely, if you're not watching The Sausage Factory, Matt, you should definitely subscribe. I like the first friend request, Mr. Bibby. I've not seen the second one. Yeah, Searching got no recognition. It got a lot of really good reviews. It just kind of flew under the radar. Nobody saw it. Really? My review of Searching was blocked due to copyright? I don't know. Huh? Let me see. I mean, that would explain why there are low views on it, but I didn't get any kind of notification that it had been blocked anywhere due to copyright. I mean, there's nothing copywritten in the video, in the review of it. It's just me talking about the movie. So, I don't know, try it now, man. But yeah, really good movie. Really good movie. It's a shame more people didn't see it. Also, Upgrade. I really loved Upgrade. That's another one of my favorite movies of this year. Another one kind of flew under the radar, unfortunately. But that was a really good. Really enjoyed that movie too. What am I going to watch tonight, Piz? I don't know. I might watch, oh goodness, let's see. There was my buddy Travis on Twitter. Let me see. What's that movie called? It's a slasher movie from the 80s. I'd never heard of it. It's called Fatal Games. It's about a killer who's killing people with a javelin. And it looks amazing. It looks amazing. I might watch that tonight before I hit the hay. But that looks like the kind of slasher movie that I live for. And it's another 80s slasher movie that I'd never heard of or seen until he mentioned it to me. That's another very good point that you're making there, Jan, man. I'm seeing people, both fans and filmmakers, weaponize language like racist, homophobic, and sexist if someone or a group of people dislike a movie, even if it has nothing to do with those terms. Yes. We saw that a lot with the Ghostbusters remake or reboot or whatever they did with the all-female cast. If you didn't like that movie, you were sexist. You were sexist. And I think a lot of mainstream critics, male mainstream critics, were afraid to criticize that movie in any way. They wrote some of the most, a lot of the reviews were not even about the movie itself to try and get around, like not saying that it's a bad movie so that they wouldn't be called sexist. And I think we're going to see that again with this upcoming Captain Marvel movie. The trailers for that thing looked awful. The actress who's playing Captain Marvel looked like she was half asleep the entire time. I think they've already tried to weaponize the word sexist and sexism and for that movie. That's already started. That campaign's already started with Captain Marvel, and it's going to get more and more intense as we get closer to that movie. Any negativity toward that movie will be a product of sexism. That's how they will attack any critic of that movie. Male or female, really, probably. So yeah. Summer of '84 was good, man. I did a review of that as well. All right, Mr. Bibby, have a great one, man. Take care. And thanks again for the super chat, man. That was awesome. Thank you for your generosity. Have a good night. The Last Jedi, yes, that one was very controversial. Rian Johnson came out against some fans over that movie, which, I mean, really, he just needed to, you know, I mean, I can understand defending your art, but I don't know. I think there's good ways of defending your art, and then there's bad ways. And Rian Johnson engaged in some not so great ways to defend your art. I should, Matt. Yeah, well, when I do my Man Cave Tour update, I'm going to show everything, man. Everything. You know, what's funny, Derek, is when I was growing up, if I wanted to rent a movie, I would have to take the box, the VHS box to my mom, and she'd have to peruse it and make sure that it's not too, you know, ghastly sounding or gory looking. But finally she kind of, you know, once I was about, I don't know, 8 or 9, she really relented, and I was able to rent just about anything I wanted, with the exception of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I could rent all the Friday the 13th, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the Halloweens, whatever I wanted, with the exception of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because she said, what did she say? How did she put it? She used to say, you don't need to watch people be cut up with a chainsaw, or something like that. So I was in high school before I actually finally rented Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that was the only one that she would not, you know, let me rent. Thoughts on Pumpkinhead 2? I like it. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I mean, it's a fun movie. Not great, not terrible, silly, fun. Visited by Voices. Lauren, how you doing tonight, sir? Did you partake in any Black Friday shopping? And if so, did you get any good deals? Mystic Maine, have you ever thought about making a film yourself? Sure. I actually wrote a movie that got produced many years ago. It's called Reunion of Terror. You can find it out there in some places. The final product is a far cry from my little screenplay, but I did get credited with a story by credit or something like that. But yeah, it's that basically they took my plot and then just changed everything. And I was not paid. So that's pretty true, Matt. That's pretty true. Piz, do you remember going to the video store and you'd take a group of grisly movies to the counter and the worker or workers would call out each one and give you the stink face? No, I don't really remember. No. You got to keep in mind too. Like, I don't remember, like when I was younger, I don't remember that, you know, but now once I got older, I've talked about the Ma and Pa video store that I spent so many countless hours in, that had the awesome horror section. It was ran by a guy who's a huge horror fan. So, I mean, whatever I brought to the counter, he was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Or, oh, it's all right. He would never say it's a bad movie because he wanted me to rent it and make money. But I mean, if it was a good movie, oh, that's a good one, man. You'll like that one. You'll like that one. I could tell if it was a movie that he didn't like, because he'd be like, oh yeah, it plays good. It plays good, which he actually told me that one time, and I was thinking, like, it plays good. What kind of answer? I mean, it plays good. What does that mean? Like, if I put the video in my VCR, it will play? Is that what you're saying? That's the only positive thing he could say about that movie was, if you put it in your VCR, it'll play. Trying to remember what movie was that. God, I rented so many from him. Jeez, oh Pete. But yeah, it plays good. It plays good. Jeez. Lauren, you worked 14 hours and just got home. No shopping other than the sandwich from Subway. Jeez, 14 hours, man. Good God. Ugh. 14 hours on Black Friday, man. Damn. That's a long day. Any horror movie or movies that you saw as a kid that scared you for life? Gave me nightmares for years. No, not really. There were horror movies that kind of, I don't know. I always watch, even today, I don't really watch horror movies to be scared. I watch horror movies because they are the movies that entertain me. They have the greatest chance of entertaining me. I remember renting Hellraiser 2 as a kid. And I went into that one not knowing what to expect, and, people skinning themselves, and, a skinned woman walking around, and, you know what I mean? This guy with pins in his head, and we're going to this weird, hellish dimension, and just, it was not what I was expecting. And, I just remember it kind of didn't really scare me. It just kind of, I was like, yeah, this is different. A little uncomfortable, as I recall. I don't know. My nightmares growing up were I'm in school and I'm missing a shoe. I never had those I'm in school naked nightmares. My nightmares in school were always I'm missing a shoe. Like I've lost a shoe somewhere, and it would so irritate me. I would feel so helpless because I only had one shoe on and I couldn't find the other shoe. That was my nightmares growing up. Weird, I know. Weird. Used to have a fear of Michael walking into your room at night. He's freaky. No, oh my God, okay. Not really nightmares, but these used to freak me out. And I've talked about this in the past. The Unsolved Mysteries dramatic recreations that either had to do with alien abductions or hauntings. Those would freak me out. Those would scare me. I would lay in bed at night and think, I'm going to wake up and there's going to be a little alien at the foot of my bed. And the next thing I know, I'm going to be on this table in the ship and they're going to be doing things to me that I'm not going to like. And it's really, really going to suck. And that's something I will never be able to get over. So the Unsolved Mysteries dramatic recreations of primarily the alien abductions, because all the alien abductions were the same. You've got the little gray, you wake up, you're paralyzed, you've got the little gray next to your bed, then you're on the ship, you're naked, you're on the examining table, they're doing all sorts of things to you, they're sticking things in you, they're pulling things out of you. Even now, it gives me the chills. How many germs used to get spread around those VHS boxes? I know. They were very germy, I'm sure. Very, very germy. Pet Cemetery, hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, and Nightlife freaked you out, Matt. Well, Pet Cemetery, yeah. Pet Cemetery was freaky. The Zelda sequences, or just Zelda period in Pet Cemetery, pretty freaky. Rachel! Yeah, that was freaky. Oh, Pet Cemetery also, because there was a friend of the family when I was growing up, they had a son that looked just like Miko Hughes from Pet Cemetery, and that was kind of weird. Do I think Rob Zombie purposely made Halloween 2 horrible? I actually like Halloween 2, Sam Crow. Give me Halloween 2 over his remake any day. Any day. Piz, did people routinely give you crap about loving horror movies as a kid and or an adult, as though you were some sicko living vicariously through the violence or killing? Not so much as an adult. As a kid, not really. Well, no. I mean, I don't really recall anything other than I've told this story before too. I was watching Friday the 13th Part 5, and the insurance woman came over, and it was right during the scene where Deborah Voorhees gets killed, and she's in all of her unclothed glory. And the insurance woman watched me watching this scene she was like, does your mother know you're watching this? But it's the way she said it. Like, just so accusatory and judgmental. Does your mother know you're watching this? And I was actually watching it. I was sitting in the floor on the living room, and I think my grandmother was like behind me on the couch watching me watch this. So. The outhouse kill scene from Sleepaway 2 used to freak you out. Yes, that's a good one. That one's freaky. Pascal from Pet Cemetery. Mm-hmm. Horror movies are most effective when we are already stressed out about real life concerns. Adolescence is the best time to actually scare us. Everything is frightening at that age. It's a very good point, Lauren. Very good point. The Beyond Metalhead, 1668. How you doing tonight, sir? Yes, that one is a little disturbing. What's the other one? The Gates of Hell. That's another really good Fulci movie that's just weird and disturbing and very nightmarish. I should try to track down that insurance woman. I'm sure she's probably still alive somewhere. Yeah. Need to track her down. Yeah. Manuel Moore. What's up, Manuel? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Black Friday. I've told this story before too, but I'll tell it again. I remember being very young and watching Halloween 2 with my mother. I don't remember if we watched Halloween and Halloween 2, but I know we at least watched Halloween 2 because the scene where Ben Tramer gets hit by the police car and pinned up against the ambulance, and then it bursts in flames and he's just covered in flames. I remember watching that as a kid being like, whoa, that kind of freaked me out. But after the movie, I don't recall being scared, but I slept with my mother. I think my mother was scared and she wanted me to sleep with her because at some point during the night, we had this big fat yellow cat named Morris, named after the, oh gosh, what was that? What was that popular cat food name? Was it Friskies? The Friskies cat that was in all the commercials. Named Morris. At some point during the night, Morris jumped up on the bed, like right on my mom's legs, and she thought Michael Myers was getting her. She says that she grabbed me, pulled me into her, and screamed in my ear as loud as she could. I didn't wake up. I didn't move. All that happened. I had no idea. The next day, I remember her telling me that and just thinking it was funny. I think John Lithgow is a really good actor, man. I think he could pull it off. He's been in a lot of, he's done some dark roles. So, I think he could definitely pull it off. That would be funny, Max. That would be funny. Good question. Do I believe in ghosts or UFOs? Jan Man. Well, did you see there was a UFO that, a cigar-shaped UFO that entered our, that came very close to Earth not long ago. Did you hear about that? It was officially classified as a UFO. And, some brainiacs somewhere said that, they thought it was like a expedition, like an alien expedition or something. I don't know. But I don't know about UFOs. I mean, I'm sure that somewhere in the endless expanse of space there is intelligent life. There has to be. To think that we are the only intelligent life in all of the, vast expanses of space and the many universes out there, that we are the only intelligent life is kind of boring, really. Surely there's intelligent life out there somewhere. In ghosts, I used to say that houses aren't haunted, people are haunted. And, that ghosts are like bad memories or something, Yeah, I don't know about ghosts. Don't know about ghosts. But yeah, I think there's life out there somewhere. If they ever do decide to visit us, I hope that they're friendly. Oh, that's too bad, Derek. You remember watching Pet Sematary with your mom. She found it traumatic and disturbing because her little sister was ran over by a police car. Wow. He was good in John Lithgow was good in Buckaroo Banzai. That's an awesome movie. If you guys haven't seen Buckaroo Banzai with Peter Weller, go watch it. Awesome freaking movie. I agree with that, Jerp. Unless that alien probe ship has a naked space alien in it, I'm not interested. Well, what if the alien is like, what's her name from Life Force? I'm sure that's what you're thinking, Lauren. I'm sure that's what you're thinking. Yeah, Christmas horror movies are a little creepy. But I like them. I like that juxtaposition. Holiday horror. If you came to my mother's house, you'd believe in ghosts a lot more. Really, Janman, are you telling me that your mother's house is haunted? Please, expound. Thoughts on the twist in Leatherface? I couldn't believe how stupid it was. I couldn't believe how stupid that whole movie was. So, Matilda May, PlayStation 9. Yes. Matilda May from Life Force. My goodness. Which horror icon scared me the most as a kid? I don't know if any of them really scared me. I mean, they were heroes of mine. They were my heroes. You can't be scared of your heroes. What freaks you out more, ghosts or cannibal Indians? It's a good question, Metalhead. If you're referring to the cannibal Indians from, oh my God, Tomahawk, that was pretty disturbing. What was that movie called? Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell. That was disturbing. That freaks me out more than ghosts. I think I'd rather meet a ghost than a cannibal Indian, like from Bone Tomahawk, because that was, yeah. Deja vu stories. No, none that really come to mind. I mean, I've had deja vu a time or two, but nothing really comes to mind. House Haunting of Hill House. I've not watched that yet, Derek. It's definitely on my list, but I've not watched it yet. That's a good way of thinking about it, Matt. That's a good way of thinking about it. Seeing aliens probe a naked Christopher Walken in Communion messed you up as a kid. Yeah, I remember that movie. I only remember one scene in that movie, but it was super freaky. Super freaky. Lauren, I don't believe in ghosts, but then I don't really believe in anything. So you're a nihilist. They were nihilists. They were nihilists. A lucid dream, yeah, yeah, in some various stages or various levels of lucid dream. Trying to remember, I seem to recall having really weird dreams when I had a sore tooth and I had to take some pain medicine. I remember having some weird dreams under the influence of some pain medicine. Poe or Lovecraft? That's a good one because I've not read either in a very long time. Guess I'd have to go with Poe. Doors shut, lights shake, words written on walls, old jewelry drops from nowhere, apparitions, things flung across the room, things go missing, doorbells ring, furniture moved around, weird smells. My goodness, this is all at your mother's house, Jan Man? Really? Wow. And you've witnessed this kind of phenomena? I mean, that sounds like some poltergeist phenomena. Wow, that's freaky, man. I would not have wanted to grow up in that house. Words written on walls, like what kinds of words, man? That's freaky, man. I have had the same dream more than once, DJ. I absolutely have had the same dream more than once. You know what, Derek? That's a very good. I wasn't a baby. I was young. I was probably 5 or 6, but I remember. This is freaky. This is weird. I never met my grandfather, but I was always told, I found out much later that he was a big, tall man, kind of like me. I can remember laying down to take a nap when I was a kid, like 5 or 6 years old. This was like after watching, I don't know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on PBS. It's like, now it's nap time. I remember laying down for nap time and looking toward like the back door, and I saw like a big tall man standing in, it was like the kitchen area. And I remember my vision was kind of fuzzy. Like maybe I'd had my glasses off or something because I was getting ready to take a nap. And I just remember seeing like a big, tall man standing there, like a big, tall, blurry man standing there in the kitchen where there shouldn't be a big, tall man standing. Yeah. So maybe I have seen a ghost. Maybe that was the ghost of my grandpa checking in on me when I was very young. So, I don't know. I have seen California Sam Crow. I really like that movie. Yes, that's a very underrated movie with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, Juliette Lewis, David Duchovny. Forget the other actress's name that's in the film, but very underrated. Very good movie. Really like that movie. Anyone who comes to your house experiences it. My name was written on the wall once, along with the words play and fun. A few people refuse to come there now. Jeez. Why does she continue to live in the house? I mean, I think the first time that kind of phenomena happened to me, I'd probably get out of there. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, I know that is a little creepy, Derek. That is a little creepy. It happens so suddenly and so quickly it's nearly impossible to catch on camera unless you set up cameras that just roll for hours. I'd try it, man. Jeff Overing, what's up, man? How you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Did you get any, did you do any Black Friday shopping today? Did you get any good deals? Malek, you've dreamt of people you've never seen before and then saw them within a few days in real life. Really? I think I've kind of had that happen to me too. Jerpin, you're starting to get paranoid sitting in this dark room with all these spooky stories going on. I understand, man. I understand. Got the weird lighting going on and everything too. We got Pennywise back there keeping an eye on us. So yeah, creepy stuff. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for being a Patreon. Or thank you for being a patron, Jeff. I appreciate that. You did do some online shopping. Did you get any good stuff? You got some good deals? Cool. What's up? It's Complicated. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see that you survived Black Friday. You talked to a guy that worked at a funeral home, and he said the weirdest thing he ever had happen was he dreamed about a woman coming in, and she opened her eyes in the dream. And the next day, the same woman's body came in. Wow. Yep, that's a little weird. That is definitely a little weird. Did I go? No, I did not go shopping today. Did not go Black Friday shopping. I didn't even. I saw some good deals online, but nothing that I couldn't live without. So, who's the guy standing behind me, Piz? That's Pennywise back there hanging out. Keeping an eye on things. I lived with her when the activity started. It started very small with things being moved, and I'd accuse my mother of doing it. Then the doorbell would ring at night, and no one would be there. Ooh, creepy. Whatever is causing it, it almost conditioned us to the activity so we wouldn't suddenly be freaked out by it. Everything happened gradually, and it never feels threatening. It's weird. What did you just walk into? It's complicated. I know. We started out talking about Black Friday and movies and stuff. Now we're talking about paranormal activity. It's weird. Freaky. I had no idea, Jan, man. That's, yeah, I don't know. There's something going on there, man. You should invite the what's the Ghost Hunters crew to come over and check that place out. You know what's funny? We're talking about, a lot of people are talking about dreams now. When I was little, or when I was younger, and I would be having a nightmare. Inside the nightmare, I would remind myself, like, hey, this is only a dream. And like, I would remember things that I did back during the day to be like, oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, this is a nightmare. I'll just wake up. And like, I would, like, in the dream, it's almost like I would reach down and like lift up my eyelids and I'd wake up. Like, in the dream, I could remind myself, like, hey, this is a dream. You know what I mean? And then wake myself up. Who do I think was the hottest scream queen? Oh man, there were a lot, man. I mean, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis was quite the looker back in her day. Linnea Quigley was quite the looker back in her day. Brink Stevens. I'm trying to think, what was the actress's name that was in Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers with Linnea Quigley? Can't think of her name. But Jill Sholin. Love Jill Sholin from the Stepfather and from Cutting Class. Always thought she was really pretty. Hey, PlayStation 9, have a good one, man. Take care. Thanks for the kind words, PlayStation 9. Have a good night, man. Favorite character from The Office, Sam Crow. I'm only on season 3 right now. Dwight's hilarious. Still hoping for Jim and Pam to finally get together. Great show so far, though. Yes. Love The Office. I've seen every episode multiple times. Love that show. Favorite character? Man, I don't know. There's so many great characters on that show. I mean, Michael, Dwight, Jim, Pam. Gosh. I guess I'd have to go with Dwight, but I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a tough one because Michael's so good too. Toby. I mean, there's Toby. So many great characters on that show, man. Gosh, it's hard. I mean, I guess I'd have to go. The obvious one, of course, is Dwight. But Michael's, I don't know. I guess I'd have to say Michael, honestly. That's a freaky story. It's complicated. I used to work at Walmart, and I told all the employees I would close it up. My town does not allow store hours after 2 a.m. for them by myself. I think I saw a ghost or an intruder. It was creepy. No, the Brink Stevens was in, I mentioned Brink Stevens. Let's see, what was that other actress's name? What's the other actress's name that was in Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers? Let me look her up real quick. Oh, Michelle Bauer. Michelle Bauer. She was a good one. Let's type in hottest scream queens and let's see what brings up here. What pops up here. Adrienne Barbeau, of course. Awesome Scream Queen. And, of course, a very, very beautiful Scream Queen as well. Can't go wrong with her. Would Mila Jovovich be considered a Scream Queen? I don't know. I've always liked Mila Jovovich. Don't know if you could... Well, she's a Scream Queen. I don't know. We'll call her a Scream Queen just for the sake of argument. You think your mom likes it? However, when the words appeared carved into her brand new wallpaper, she was pissed. I would imagine. You know, I tried watching the British Office. I mean, give me the American Office any day. You see the great British obscurity, but Where My Brethren is getting a Blu-ray release? Nope. Did not know that, Lauren. Did not know that. I don't think so, Matt. I should do these every Friday night. Usually Friday night, I mean, I don't get in till late. But, well, I mean, it's 2:38 here on the East Coast now, so, I mean, it's pretty late. And I've been going for 2 hours and almost 40 minutes now. Wow. This is one of my longest ones. Jan, man, you it's funny you mention Paula Abdul. I don't remember if it was the Cold Hearted Snake video. It was one of them. I remember growing up and watching one of her videos and thinking like, I'm having strange feelings inside. Strange things were happening. Thanks to Paula Abdul. Yeah, and I've still not seen The Quiet Ones yet, Sam Crow. I really want to see it. Yeah, Jim, gosh, what's his name? Something... Having a hard time thinking here. John Krasinski, yes. He also wrote and directed the movie. And they're actually doing A Quiet Place 2, which I don't know if he's going to be doing that one or not. But yeah, he actually directed at least an episode or two of The Office. But he was really good on the Netflix or the Hulu, no, the Amazon Prime Jack Ryan show. He was really good on that too. I live in Kentucky, Jeff. This is so much fun. I'm glad, Derek. Matt, you're in Alabama. Glad you guys are having fun. Having fun being freaked out with the scary stories. All that good stuff. Oh, man. Jerp, you're in Wisconsin. Cool. Guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We've been going for 2 hours and 42 minutes. And it's getting to be about my bedtime. If I can sleep after all of these scary stories, these paranormal activity and yeah. But thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out with me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been It's been a great live stream chatting with all of you. And I may consider doing these live streams on like a more scheduled schedule, because I've had a number of people ask about like a schedule to when I do these, and I'm usually just like, well, I just whenever I feel like streaming, I do a stream. So I don't know. I may actually think of coming up with a schedule. But if you guys aren't subscribed to the Sausage Factory YouTube channel, we do live streams, movie-related live streams, just about every Thursday night at 8 p.m. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to the Sausage Factory YouTube channel, you should definitely subscribe to the Sausage Factory YouTube channel, because we do some great live streams over there talking about movies and stuff. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. Max, have a good night. Matt, have a good night. Derek, have a good night. DJ, have a good night. Jerp, good night. Good night to all you guys. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the very lively chat, for all the great stories. And yeah, until next time, take care. Have a great one. And I'll see you again soon. Peace.